UConn, you're watching UCTV Channel 14 News. I'm Chelsea Weiss.
And I'm Tom Griffith, bringing you everything happening at UConn this week.
Well, Christians gathered in worship during this week's 4th annual Fire in the Night event. UConn students and visitors from surrounding areas gathered in praise in the South Ballroom Monday evening. A speech and prayer by student leader Micah Earlis opened the event. Earlis then introduced the Praise Team, a diversified musical group that was formed especially for the occasion. The team played a number of songs, and the crowd sang and danced. The group then welcomed Joshua Grant, a deacon from White Plains, New York, to lead the lesson and prayer.
Well, plans are underway for the creation of a new building that's supposed to replace Monteith and Arjona. According to Architectural and Engineering Services, the 189,000 square foot building will be located between the library and the Hawley Armory, former spot of the old UConn Co-op. The building is intended to be part of a sylvan landscape of trees, designed as a meeting place, which will be known as the Glade. In addition to the structure, the pharmacy building will be torn down this winter, and the psychology building is expected to be expanded.
Well, you'll be seeing more students in Bookworms Cafe this upcoming year, and not just because of that always much-needed coffee, but the graduating class of 2006 donated over $28,000 to renovate the cafe. The purpose is to provide more student space for an environment that is conducive, hopefully, to learning. The plans include an extra 625 square foot space, and construction is scheduled to begin over winter break.
Well, for you frequent library visitors, there is some good news. The library has officially lessened its stronghold on students. Effective last week, students are now able to bring in coffee or whatever drink they choose as long as it has a lid. Prior to the change, students were only allowed screw-top bottles or drinks in a spill-proof mug. However, open cans, cups, along with food, still prohibited.
In case you didn't know, it's UConn's 125th birthday, and what better way to celebrate than, of course, with a crossword puzzle contest. Teams must register by Monday the 16th, and the contest will be held Wednesday online. The teams must be made up of students that are from UConn, a 3-member team, and the team with the most correct answers after 30 minutes will win $125 each. The contest starts at 7 p.m. on Wednesday.
Well, a new Safe Ride service will be running around campus on the weekends. Guard Dogs is a free and non-judgmental escort service that will be running Friday and Saturday night, 10 p.m. until 2 in the morning. You have to have your UConn student ID, and the number to call is 860-967-9670.
Now on display at the Benton is The President and the Professor, an art display exhibiting the first collection at the Benton Museum. It was founded by Charles Lewis Beach, who was the past president of the Connecticut Agricultural College and Stores, as well as Walter Landauer, who was a professor of animal genetics. You can come and see where it all started. It's at the Benton, 10 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. all week long. Still showing at the Art Building all week, from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. is the presentation Figuring the Landscape, which displays some of the most popular figurative paintings by young artists. To view art in a more interesting medium, you can stop by the Ryan Refectory anytime between 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. this week, and you can see the Fiber Revolution, a collection of decorative quilts. The intricately designed fabrics are meant to educate about the use of textiles as a medium for art, and they will be on display through January.
Well, if you're wondering which professional position may be right for you, the Career Center can help. This week, the Career Center is holding Speaker Series International, which is a program inviting professionals from many different industries to express their experiences with UConn students. Learn about some of your professional options this Tuesday, CUE Room 134, from 12:30 till 1:30. Come back at 3:30 and get all the help you need on your cover letter that's sure to impress employers. This Wednesday, the Career Services recruiting program, Husky Career Link, will be available for student use. This system provides access to helpful information like job postings, career fairs and locations, and interview schedules. Let UConn's recruiting program help you out, 10 to 11 a.m., CUE Room 134.
Well, this is pretty cool if you're interested in law or legal proceedings. The Connecticut Supreme Court is coming here to UConn from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Tuesday in the Rome Ballroom. Now, the court will discuss two cases, one criminal and one civil, and the attorneys present will hold a discussion with the audience members afterward.
Last week, the Women's Center displayed their annual clothesline project. T-shirts draped in the Student Union depicted messages, pictures, and quotes from first and second-hand sexual abuse survivors. They were all color-coded, depending on the experience of each individual survivor. The Violence Against Women Protection Program brought survivors together for the project. For more information about the Clothesline Project or how to get involved, stop by their office on the 4th floor of the Student Union. And now let's go to sports with Billy Hobrick. Billy?
This past week was full of excitement and anticipation as many of our UConn Husky winter sports teams kicked off their upcoming seasons. First off, the men's ice hockey didn't quite get off to the start they were looking for. The Huskies dropped a tough one to the Falcons of Bowling Green this past Friday evening. The Falcons scored with just 46 seconds left in overtime to put them on top for good by a score of 2-1. Friday's loss starts the Huskies off at a disappointing 0-1. But UConn will most certainly hope to improve their record this Friday night versus Army. In other news, both the men's and women's basketball marked the start of their 2006-2007 season Friday night at UConn's annual Midnight Madness. The night kicked off with a fantastic laser light show, and then when the men proceeded to entertain the crowd with a three-point contest and a slam dunk competition. The women also ran a three-point contest along with a brief inter-squad scrimmage. Both the men's and women's teams will be in exhibition action starting the first week of November. Now, all the excitement surrounding our upcoming winter sports, we cannot forget to mention and talk about our very successful fall sports programs. The field hockey team continued to steamroll the competition as they extended their winning streak to an astonishing